Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
And welcome to your Dancing with the Stars reaction, otherwise known as the video equivalent of that gif of Elmo with his hands in the air and fire all around him. That is where we are, everyone.
You can't just do anything but laugh at this point. It's so ridiculous.
Welcome to Dance Purgatory, where nothing matters anymore and we all can just wallow in our own insanity. Sean Spicer is still on Dancing with the Stars.
Shocker!
Kate Flannery is now off Dancing with the Stars.
Wah.
This ended, I guess, worse for Kate than like 50% of all Meredith's episodes on The Office, where it seemed like something terrible happened to her almost every time.
Yeah, or she had her hair on fire, or she was drunk under the table.
Yeah, Michael Scott did not appreciate her advances. There was nothing.
She had a bat in her hair once.
Yeah, this was the equivalent of getting a bat in your hair on Dancing with the Stars, going home before Sean Spicer. But before we continue, and trust us, we will continue. We have a lot to say. If you enjoy this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to CARTERMATT on YouTube, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. So, there are a lot of things to point out here.
I can't stop giggling. It's just so crazy.
Okay, the Tom Bergeron.
Don't mind me over here.
Well, as you pointed out, Tom knows the results before all of us.
Oh my goodness, holy smokes. When he looked down at that card and then looked up and was like, I was like, oh no, here we go. Sean's going nowhere.
Tom has the face spoilers going on. For a really random reference, if anyone has seen the game show documentary Big Bucks about the guy who went on Press Your Luck and like got all this money because he figured out all the secrets on the board, the look on Tom's face was the same look that host Peter Tamarkin had when he realized that Press Your Luck was about to get screwed over by like $100,000, and it was just like, oh no, this is going really badly. And Sean, okay, we don't need to spend a lot of time on the why is Sean still here question, because we know why Sean is still there.
We do know why Sean is still there.
Yeah.
I will say this about Sean's first dance tonight, though. Improvement from last week.
You can talk about the first dance, and I'll talk about the second dance.
Yeah, it's better that I don't talk about that second dance, because I don't have anything nice to say about it. First dance, though, improvement from last week, which last week to me was one of the worst dances he's had. Until the second dance.
We're being good cop, bad cop at the moment. She is being the cop who's trying to be nice in the room, and I'm the cop who's like throwing the clipboard against like the glass wall. And I'm just like, this was a dumpster fire. I mean, nothing besides the dance. I'm only talking about the dance, but this was horrendous. This was the moment that you have someone just standing in one place while their pro just like dances and like sachets around them in an attempt to distract you from the fact that their celebrity is standing in one place. It's a problem.
I just didn't understand with the second dance why they had Sean standing there doing like this hip thing. We all know, and Sean knows, I feel he's self-aware that hip movements are not his thing. So why would you then have him stand there and that's the only thing he's supposed to be doing? Don't show off his more difficult dance moves that he can't do. Give him something he can do.
Maybe in the rehearsals, John Spicer turned into John Locke from Lost, and he was like, don't tell me what I can't do. I want to go on there and try to do this hip thing, but that didn't work. His timing was a mess. Everything with this second routine was just
a dumpster fire.
It was bad. It was really, really bad. And I think, this, if it was week 2, I think I would try to be more medium cop as opposed to good cop or bad cop. But
no, I agree that with that second dance, it was such a dumpster fire that when I saw someone in the bottom 2 with 3 10s, I didn't even know what to say. That's why I'm sitting over here just giggling. Like, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Let's go back in time here. I've already brought us back to Press Your Luck. Let's go back to the Drew Carey hosted version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where Drew Carey would say things like, the points don't matter, the points are just like the XFL, or whatever else other joke he would throw out there. I think he could start saying, if this was still on the air with Drew Carey, I know Aisha Tyler's doing it now, but he could say, the points are just like the scores on Dancing with the Stars. They just don't matter.
They don't matter, and I hate saying that, but seeing someone with the worst scores staying and somebody with all 10s in the bottom two, the scores don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, just, and I'm gonna be harsh here, but if the scores don't matter, I love the judges, but what is the purpose then? Like, there needs to be a purpose. It needs to feel, for me as a viewer, I need to feel purpose that their votes also matter. Why are you going to give somebody 3 10s and I'm going to see them in the bottom? Well, there needs to be either more weight towards their scores or something. They need to matter to me.
2 things here. Number 1, Bruno Tonioli always matters for how uncomfortable he makes everyone else. That is his primary purpose on the show, is to get up from the chair and nearly to fall off every single time he does.
And Len talking about everybody's butt.
Yeah, Len is being the butt judge this season.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but he's into everybody's butts this season, or it's like, tutti frutti, what a booty. Yeah. God, there's some gear in the rear.
Yeah, he loves the butt puns. I think
it's funny.
In a perfect world, let's kind of move towards a Dancing with the Stars utopia where you don't have someone who is going to have this, like, shockingly large audience despite the fact that they're not a great dancer. I feel like in the olden days of Dancing with the Stars, the judges had a significant impact because you maybe had people who were about, like, 10 to 15% more popular than each other. So it was kind of a relatively even competition. And when it's like that, the judges can legitimately sway things because there's less variation. But I think on a night where it felt throughout most of the night as though the judges were trying to create as much separation as possible between the really good dancers and Sean, still did not make a difference.
I think that it's mostly to get out of the frame of mind that people are voting for the best dances. That's not what's happening with this show. This show is not necessarily about the dancing. That's why I'm saying things like, oh, the judges don't matter. You might as well get rid of them and just have everybody come out and do a fun dance, have a fun time, and then just vote for your favorite person. It doesn't matter what they do out there. It doesn't matter how good they are, because that's how people are voting. And I say that as someone who loves KARAMO, and I know he's not even on the show anymore, but that's not going to stop me from talking about him. So I love KARAMO, and anyone's been watching this.
I didn't know if we were going to bring KARAMO back tonight, but here we are.
Here we are. I love KARAMO, but I'm a person who would have voted through with who's the best dancer, because not only do I love KARAMO, but I love Kate, and I love James, and I really love Lauren. There's a lot of people that I really love. So
you did not mention Cal.
And Cal.
Okay, thank you.
What I didn't want to do was mention everybody but Sean, because that's not cool. But, here we are. So I would be voting for who I think is the best. Cal would have gotten my vote tonight, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there before we get into Cal's corner. Anyways, most people out there are not voting the way that I'm voting. I'm a fan of Sean. Sean can go up on stage and just sit there, and I'm gonna give him my vote. But it's not. I don't think that it's only like that for just Sean. I think there are other people the same thing. Hannah can go out on stage and just sit there, and I will give her the vote. And that's part of why I'm actually also having a problem with the idea. Not tonight, because there was 2 dances, so there was more time to kind of vote. But whoever goes last feels like, if you're voting for a dance, whoever goes last, it's like, oh, you have 5 minutes now to see their dance and vote for them, or you just have to throw your vote at them throughout the show and hope that they're good this week. So let's just put on the hard hat for the reality check of this show, that it doesn't matter how good the dances are. This is voting for who you like best as a celebrity or a personality or whoever.
Well, let's get into the dances themselves. because there are a lot of things to talk about that are not Sean, and
absolutely,
we have a lot of, I think, interesting people. I mean, it was sort of like the 10 floodgates got opened tonight, and once they started getting opened, everything just started to pour out, and there were 10s everywhere. There were 10s just as much as there are typically sequins on the dance floor. And now we come to Kel's Corner, my favorite segment.
No, before we get there, we're going to Lauren Elena.
What?
Yes, because even though she stumbled and had problems tonight, she did an Elvis song for her Nana, and I wanted to give a shout out to my Nana, who turned 91 2 days ago, and I have the exact same connection with my Nana. She loves Elvis. She's made me an Elvis fan, and when I heard that on the show tonight, I had to give a shout out. Happy birthday, Nana. I love you. Okay. Kel's Corner.
We'll stay on a Lauren corner for a moment here because we're already talking about her.
All right.
I liked Lauren a lot tonight. I thought she made some mistakes, but I thought she was likable. I thought she was funny.
Her personality is like whoop, whoop, whoop every single episode. Like, I'm getting to really know her.
It's funny because I feel like Lauren on Dancing with the Stars is what the producers thought that Hannah was going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Goofy and fun.
Yeah.
It's quirky. Yeah.
That's
Lauren
what Hannah was on The Bachelorette. Hannah was basically the Lauren character. And now you have Lauren, who is really like doing the goofy stuff, like dancing around on the floor, having fun, making fun of her shirtless partner. Like all this sort of stuff is going on with Lauren. And I really like Lauren now, and I say this as someone who was kind of irritated with her on American Idol because I felt like the producers were trying to get her to win the entire season. But, like, I'm on board with her right now. Not so much as Kel.
Let's get into Kel's Corner because Kel got the first 10 of the season tonight. Very good. It was an exciting moment for you, exciting moment for me, I'm sure for Kel.
I was really thrilled when Kel got the 10. I felt like he deserved it. I appreciated the pre-show package where he was wearing the Ed from Good Burger shirt. He was paying homage. I feel like he was communicating directly to me and being like, Matt, I know I haven't commented on the videos, but I've heard you. I've heard your concerns about the lack of Good Burger. And, you know, by the way, I have another idea that I'm going to throw out there, that if Kel gets eliminated before Sean, there's a character on All That named Repairman, and Repairman, he comes out and says, I'm the Repairman, but then he proceeds to destroy everything. Kel needs to do that to the ballroom floor if he goes before Sean, because he was just so good tonight. He did everything that I would want him to do. Yep. I felt a little bit like the judges stole some of Kel's glory. They gave him the 10, but then they proceeded to give everyone's 10, so it didn't feel as special anymore. So I had like 5 minutes of like on Kel Island, like waving the Kel flag around. And
well, this is why I was wondering what was going on tonight, because tonight was the night where everybody was definitely bringing. They were all raising the bar.
Yeah.
There's no getting around that. But everybody was getting 10s tonight. It felt a lot like they wanted to raise everybody up.
Yeah, to put Sean further in the grave, and it still didn't work.
That's right, to do that.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. No. But that's why it was interesting to be like, oh, here's somebody with 3 10s, and they're in the bottom, and what is happening? They gave everybody 10s except for Sean and Kate, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, there were a lot of people who I think were really, really good.
Yeah.
I do think that, I think Allie was really, really strong. I was a little bit unsure about I'm going to come out and dance to my own song thing because I don't know.
Yeah, I was kind of about that too, and then I heard it. Great song.
Yeah, actually legitimately good song.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, and I do not know anything about Allie Brooks' post-Fifth Harmony career, and I think it was good. I thought she moved around really well. I thought she had so much energy. I mean, this was, to me, her best dance of the entire season.
Absolutely.
And, if I'm going to replay everything in my head, I will actually go so far as to say this was the best dance of the night, and I think that Allie, which makes her being in the bottom 2 all the more infuriating, because it's just sort of like, oh, guess what, Allie? You maybe did one of the best dances of the entire season. Too bad, so sad. Go on the bottom 2 and
with all your 10s.
With all your 10s and just be depressed. But here we are. That happened. I mean, I thought Hannah was good, But I feel like it was sort of like the Hannah, you showed your personality, so we're rewarding you with a 10 on a dance that probably is about a 9.
Yeah, I felt that the dance wasn't a 10. I saw a little more personality, which was good. I know they were hyping it up again tonight that, oh, you're all personality now. I'm still having a bit of a harder time connecting. I don't know what it is, but something is just missing, and it's been missing for me all season. I say that as somebody who really likes her, so it's a weird experience for me.
I think the weird thing to me is, like, they tried to open her up by bringing her back to Alabama, but it was sort of like, I've already seen all of this. I've already seen Hannah's dad, who, by the way, looks like some sort of, like, weird Billy Ray Cyrus tribute act with, like, the long hair. I don't know what's going on with that situation, but I'm kind of here for it. But, like, I've seen all that before. I understand Hannah's story. I mean, by the way, though, telling me that she was on homecoming court, not exactly relatable to me, because I was not anywhere close to homecoming court.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the problem, because, she was bringing up things that are not relatable to me either. I was never popular. I would have never been part of the homecoming court. I didn't even go to my prom or any of those dances, so I don't get the connection.
I went to the dance, and I think I was, like, the guy who was, like, serving people punch or something at the dance because...
Well, you're one up on me. I didn't even go to mine.
Yeah, I think one time one of the popular girls, like, danced with me out of it because they were dared to. But anyway, that's a completely different story. But, like...
That's not a good story.
No, it's not a good story. This is
taking a dark turn here.
Well, we already took a dark turn with the nothing matters anymore nihilism we brought out earlier on in the show. But anyway...
Yeah, but that's a truth.
Okay, well, anyway, let's talk about James because, well, actually, this is not going to get any better because I'm about to destroy their version of Journey. Can I give a dance a 10 while still giving the music selection like a 2?
Yeah, that music's that arrangement, I don't know what was happening there, but that dance was gorgeous.
Yeah. Beautiful dance, lyricism, movement, control. I mean, she's just made for this. James should win Dancing with the Stars. I don't agree with the notion that there's, like, an even playing field because there's not.
No, there are other great dancers, but there is not an even playing field. He's won the show. Yeah,
he's the best, and he should win the show, even if I thought Allie was a little bit better. It's just, Don't Stop Believin'. This is the song Don't Stop Believin' is. It's 1:30 in the morning, you're out with your friends, you've had a little bit to drink, you know that you need to be going home because you have, like, brunch the next day, but Don't Stop Believin' comes on, you go up there, you grab the mic, and then you pretend to, like, play the guitar during the solo. This was like, Don't Stop Believin'? ? Like, it was the saddest arrangement of this song I have ever heard in my life, and I say this as a Journey fanatic. What give, guys? Okay, I'm done with the Journey rant, but is there anybody else you want? I'm trying to remember if there was anyone else that performed on the show tonight that we haven't even talked about.
I mean, we gotta talk about Kate. Obviously, she went home. There was a little bit of the dances just weren't as strong tonight. And while Sean should have gone home over everybody that's there, Kate was, and I say this as a Kate fan. Yeah. Anyone who's been watching these videos, I'm KARAMO and Kate all day.
It's been a rough 2 weeks.
It hasn't been a great 2 weeks for Kate.
Yeah, it hadn't been, and you're right. We should break it down a little bit. I think Kate's time. I love how she ended the show. She was really happy, celebratory. She acted like she won the mirror ball with them, like, hoisting her up in the air. It wasn't a great dance for her, but this is a really hard style, I think, for her to do. She's been better at the more lyrical dances. But I still think that she probably knew it was coming. She knew that Sean has fans. She knew that she was in danger this past time. Yep. She probably was one of the worst people left other than Sean.
Yep.
And I hate to say it because I like Kate. Now let's just throw this out there. Can we have ABC? I know you guys are watching. 19 minutes into a Dancing with the Stars video.
Nobody's watching.
Okay, no, we're not doing that bit again. Okay. I want to pitch you guys.
I can do it every week because nobody is watching at this point.
You've seen the view counts. You know, people are out there. And ABC, I'm going to pitch you something here. I'm going to sitcom. Here's the sitcom. Kel and Kate, they play circus clowns who, like, travel door to door and entertain people, and they try to get the kids to like them, but then they are roommates, and then they come back, and then they dance together, and that's the end of every episode. I don't think this is going to get greenlit, but I feel like I need it in my life.
I feel like I could live in my life and not see that.
Well,
But I would like to see Cal continue on this show. And I am going to say that what happened tonight with Sean, we need to all put on our hard hats, except for the fans out there of Sean who are probably pretty happy tonight.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody else, this isn't the end. I do not feel like this is the end. We are going to see Sean continue to dominate. I just feel it. Even if it's just for a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to win the show.
I don't either.
But I feel like this is not the end, my friends.
This is the worst case scenario I can envision. Mostly because I can't envision Sean winning. I don't want to do that to my head. I think something terrible might happen to me if I do. I feel like the worst case scenario is Sean is going to finish maybe in like third or second place.
Yeah.
And what will happen is fans of everyone else will start to pull together towards a very specific person because they will be like, we don't want Sean to win. We'll do this. But I want to know from you guys now, and we want to know from you guys now, what did you think about Dancing with the Stars tonight? How are you handling the news? Let us know in the comments, and also give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.